Creek Week.
Hey, welcome to the Creek this week. How you doing, AC?
Christmas.
Christmas week, yay!
Oh, the weather outside is identical to last week's Creek Week.
But inside our hearts, they swell with the coming of the light. But you know, not everybody feels that on Christmas, and that's kind of what we're doing. So at Candlelight this weekend, we're we're take 3, and this is kind of another take, our take from this perspective that sometimes the holidays put upon us an expectation and everything has to be happy.
Yes.
It has to be great and super and joyful. It's a season of giving, and you feel like crap. And why would you? Like, maybe it's because there's been a loss, maybe because your family experience wasn't like super awesome, so holidays don't bring back all these wonderful associations for you. A lot of people experience that.
Oh yeah, it's a time where people experience depression, anxiety, suicide rates can spike around this period of time because it's triggery.
Yeah.
It reminds you of things that unmet expectations. It reminds you in this interesting that everyone has an image in their minds of how things should or ought to be. And where does that come from? Well, you can trace it back to some extent, but that seems to be a human experience, right? It's like, well, no, it shouldn't be this way. It ought to be this way. And holidays can sometimes, Christmas in particular in the West, can really just be the focal point of that. It's like, this reminds me of everything I don't have.
Yeah.
Everything that's gone wrong. Mwah, mwah.
So this Saturday, remember, we're not having no service on.
We're not having no service.
Having it. So thank you, Grammar Police.
Good thing he doesn't communicate for a living.
Sunday. Because it's Christmas morning, we want you to share that with people close to you, your family, and etc. But on Christmas Eve at 5 o'clock, we're going to have a special candlelight. And kind of we want to go right at this thing you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, we want to go right at it and then bring hope. And we realize that the Christmas story, as we pare back through all of the, the holly and the ivy and the glitter and the this, and we pare back through,
which is beautiful. Thank you, volunteers, for bringing it into our lobby.
Right, yeah.
Cultural expressions.
Yes, when we pare back through it all, we find the joy in the fact that it was a very difficult story.
Yeah.
The story of God's coming is an incredibly difficult story that you, dear listener, can relate to. And that's what we want to bump up.
Yeah, I mean, here we've got an unwed, pregnant teenager and poverty and
Political travel and circumstances.
I mean, oh my gosh, it's just
squalor.
It's brutal.
So, into this story, into your story, God speaks the light of hope, and that's what we're going to talk about this weekend. So, treat it like a moment where you're going to be able to really find real hope, not false hope, not confetti sprinkled happy unicorns, but a real hope in the middle of a life that God can meet, and just the way He did in Emmanuel.
It's a word I really like that applies to some of these parts of the Christian story, and this being central, right? The incarnation, is that it's sober hope. It's sprinkled unicorns or whatever. It's right. The secret is that when we see that kind of hope, we all kind of smile at each other, but we all know the emperor has no clothes. It's like, yeah, that's fake. That doesn't really work. That's not. And in this day and age, more and more, that's the case. But I think if you come with open eyes and certainly bring a friend who maybe is in that place where hope is hard to find, this is the kind of hope that you can really grab with both hands, and that is very, very real because it's rooted in that very real story. And we'll be able to represent it with some fun, with some poignancy, and there will be fire.
There will be
actual fire with candles, and they're flammable pajamas.
We'll have a good time. Hey, and I really like.
Don't put the pajamas on your child. No. Just bring them. We'll dispose of them safely.
It'll be fine. Wow. This is supposed to be a family-friendly thing.
This is family friendly.
By the way, I love what you're wearing.
Thank you. You know the difference between you and me.
Yeah, what?
I make this look good. I do.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
See you Saturday. Oh, and don't forget. Well, I just want to let you know we're coming up on 1 year with Mayhouse.
Oh, yeah. Michael Mayhouse. Let's give a round of applause for Michael. Mike Mayhouse Media. What? No, the man, the myth, the legend. Michael Mayhouse. Woo! 1 year.
2023.
Woo!
All the way to next year.